Hey everyone! Welcome! I am here today to start a new series, well at least it's new to me, called Mob Psycho 100. I'm really excited, guys. I've heard an awful lot of good things about this show from you, and I can't wait to get started on it. So if you're joining me early today, you know what that means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much, and as always, I'm sending you up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. So, what do I know about Mob Psycho 100? Well, I don't know very much, which is just the way I like it. I love going in blind to a series and like taking random shot in the dark guesses about what it's about. For this one, I do know that I think it's by the same creators as One Punch Man. And I've seen like a promotional image and you can tell like it looks like it's by the same people as One Punch Man. I think it's by the same creators or maybe the same, I don't think it's by the same animation company. I'm pretty sure it's the same creator. So it has something to do with One Punch Man, which by the way, I'm also reacting to One Punch Man right now and I love it. As I film this, I have just finished Season 2, Episode 7 of One Punch Man, so I'm pretty deep into it, and I love it, so I can't wait to see what this series holds in store for me. Sadly, as much as I love to go in totally blind, the name of the episode, which is impossible not to see when you're trying to get it started on Crunchyroll, is kind of gives away a little bit of the premise. It says something about a psychic, so I'm guessing this has something to do with like psychics, ESP, supernatural phenomenon perhaps, but other than that, I have no clue. I don't know about the characters, I don't know like where or when it takes place, so I'm like almost going in blind. I would have loved to have gone in totally blind, but some episode titles just won't allow for that, you guys. So, I'm really excited because you guys have mentioned this one to me a lot. You were the ones who voted it in and recommended it. You never disappoint with your recommendations for me. So let's see if you can keep up your winning streak with Mob Psycho 100. Let's go. All right, you guys, that was so much fun. I am going to love this show. I already love it. I love supernatural stuff and like ghost hunting stuff, and I can tell that the tone is going to be like somewhat comedic, but also with really good legit action. I like the characters so far. Like already I'm like, where's this going? Oh guys, this was a great recommendation. So since I'm watching One Punch Man, it's really hard for me not to compare it to One Punch Man. But I'm gonna talk a little bit about what I thought of it just by itself, and then I'll talk about it in association with some of the similarities I noticed between it and One Punch Man. So, all right off the bat, I love Mob. I love like underdog characters, or he's not exactly an underdog because he's very powerful, but he seems a little downtrodden in a way. Like, you know, his brother is kind of, you know, like the perfect kid, and he kind of gets a little guff about that from his family, from his mom at least. I don't know what the deal with Reigen, with the like mentor guy is. Like, he clearly has like his own ghost hunting business, and he really runs it like a real business, like with discounts and refer a friend and like special like levels of service and everything. But he clearly, like, I want to know that story. How did he get into that? And like, why did he get into that? And how did he ever do that before he came across Mob? Because he clearly has like no power and very little know-how. Even if he had like no power, but he could like find other ways of like repelling spirits, like the salt thing. But like, dude, clearly you should know by now the table salt is not going to work. but it makes for some really great comedy. It's funny watching him try to keep the facade up with Mob. Mob seems very like pure-hearted and not easily phased, and so it makes sense that he wouldn't quite be putting it together yet, that yeah, something's not right there. But yeah, I really like Mob so far. He really he seems very chill, but very like meek. He's not like nonchalant chill. He's more like meek chill. Does that make sense? I loved the opening where we got to see him like taking out all the... Boy, the animation was gorgeous. Not sure if this is the same animation company as the first season of One Punch Man, but I wouldn't be surprised. But even if it's not, it looks really, really good. I love the tone. I love the subject matter. I already said that, but like I love the tone, that it's going to be very comedic, but you know, is going to have a really good, well done story and good action along the way as well. So that brings me into comparing it to One Punch Man, because wow, guys, there are a lot of comparisons. So the kid looks a lot like Saitama, but he's definitely not like Saitama. He kind of has that same like underplayed kind of chill, but he's a very different character. Like he's clearly like this kind of young, naive, wholesome kind of school kid. I really like that he's like his own person. You can tell right off the bat, but there are so many similarities. Like the tone, the subject matter is really cool. It's executed well. The characters are fun, but the overall tone is always going to be like more on the comedic side, is what I'm getting from this first episode. But I love that, because I love One Punch Man, and like I said, like it's different enough. There's like a little fruit fly in here, sorry. It's different enough, like in subject matter and the way that the characters are and everything, that you're not like, oh my god, okay, they just did this, they did this whole thing on One Punch Man, like it's a carbon copy. The similarities are there, but I think it's going to be very much its own thing, which I'm really happy about. So, guys, you did it again! I am going to love this show. I already do. I'm very excited to see more. Thank you again for recommending this to me. I'm really, really excited to go on this journey with you. And thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Please be sure to join me next time. We will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.